Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Mars Mission News Network, bringing you all the latest news from LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed. Today we have the full patch notes for the upcoming Halloween update. So without further ado, we're going to get into this. There's kind of a bit of stuff here to cover, but also some stuff that's not really too big. Well, some stuff from before, I guess, the best way to put it. Let's get on in here and look at this stuff, shall we? So we have the general stuff. We have new heroes. New Nexo Knights and Monster Fighter heroes are here. Meet Ruiner and Jestro, a spooky duo accompanied by a clumsy monster butler who is renowned for his undying service. I don't have the tags. I'll probably do another update. I might just do an update on Discord if I get those. Connie told me he got me this stuff, but he couldn't get me the tags, I guess, included in here for whatever reason. I'm not sure. But we do have the star unlock. So Monster Butler is going to be a 2-star unlock. Also, before we get into this, this is an update I both love and hate. There's lots of different things going on in here, some good, some bad. And I think it's going to leave some people disappointed, but some of the stuff is kind of interesting, and I kind of looking forward to it. But I think the new meta is going to be very hellish. So just a little warning for that. So we have Monster Butler. Monster Butler has been fired from every haunted house he's worked at. For all his willingness to serve, he's equally clumsy. Whether it be mixing the wrong poisons, dusting too many cobwebs, or inviting the wrong guests to the Monster Mash, Monster Butler never seems to get it right. However, Monster Butler serves Lord Vampire and his new bride. Hopefully, this gig lasts as long as his lifespan. Interesting to mention the two of those. Those are not added with this update. Maybe in a future one, maybe next year, I don't know. He's the only Monster Fighter one at this time. I also asked Tiny why they chose to add in Monster Fighters and Nexo Knights. I think just a little bit of more variety, which I mean, honestly, I understand that. I do like the variety here, but I do think it is interesting we got both of these together. Also looking up his exact words, we wanted to bring something fresh and spooky to the game. Hey, I mean, I'm fine with it. It's interesting to me. You get Nexo Knights, which could almost be its own faction, and you also get like one random Monster Fighter. Oh well, I guess Monster from Monster Fighter. And I believe the kit is exactly the same here. If you want to stop and read over this, I think looked over this and it sounded kind of the same to me. So I'm not really seeing anything different here. Like maybe unless it mentions Jestro or something, but I don't see that at this time. Then we have Ruiner Stoneheart, who is a 4-star unlock. Bio Born Wanda Morrington, the sister of the wizard Murloc and a member of the Wizard Council. When the dreaded corruptive entity known as Monstrox revealed himself to the Wizard's Council, Wanda did not resist. Instead, she embraced the corruption and the shocking power it gave her, adopting the new name of Ruiner Stoneheart, which I believe actually in the lore she was supposed to be a statue of her that took over. At least that's what I remember seeing. It like shook the statue. But I don't know. There could be some other lore here, but a little bit more sinister than some other stuff, I will admit. And I believe this is still kind of the same here too. If you want to stop and look over it, feel free to kind of scroll through it a little slowly. Somebody wants to stop and look. But definitely very interesting here. And then we have Evil Jestro, 2-star unlock and support. Also worth noting, both of these are listed as an attacker, which is interesting. I would have sworn Monster Butler would at least been a support. His ability kit seemed a little bit more support focused. But we have Jestro down here support. And I think he's the one that people might get upset about. Jestro was just a regular jester chasing the laugh. But after a particularly unfunny stint, he searched for forbidden jokes. The Book of Monsters became his joke book, and a Monstrox corruption took over Jestro's grin grew more sinister. First thing up here we have basic Book of Monsters. Deals 80% damage to target foe. If target foe has Payback, inflicts Dizzy for 2 turns. Speed Up inflicts Debilitate for 1 turn. Prepared inflicts Stun for 1 turn. Damage Block, Heal Immunity for 2 turns. Debuff Immunity, remove debuff immunity and inflict buff immunity for 2 turns. Taunt, inflict vulnerable for 1 turn. And I believe the way that's worded, he can do all of those if you have any of those buffs. Like, as long as you have that buff, it will do that debuff to you. So if you, he can inflict, I guess, up to 6 debuffs, the way it looks like it's worded there. Very interesting. Probably the strongest basic in the game, in my opinion. Special 1, Disservice. Deals 5% damage to target foe. Clears all debuffs from target foe. Debuffs from foe, I'm gonna point that out. Deals 100% bonus damage for each debuff cleared. If there is no debuffs, inflict 4 random debuffs on target foe for 2 turns. If this attack defeats the foe, Jestro's pep is increased by 50% and duration of all debuffs on each increase. Although each foe is increased by 2 turns. I'm going to read what should probably be. So, decently strong. That's going to be lots of damage depending on the amount of debuffs they have, which this team should probably be putting a bunch of debuffs on them, so it should be pretty strong. Fortunately, it does clear all debuffs. I feel like you're probably going to kill them if they have a bunch of debuffs, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. There's interesting trade-offs in his kit. Although I feel like, honestly, you could just keep on using his basic lots and you'd be fine, at least if you're playing it. It might be a little bit different if it's on defense though. Special 2, Jokes Are On You. Selects a target hero. That hero will gain 300% pep. That hero also gains attack up 2 for 3 turns and is afflicted with disarmed for 3 turns. So you can't use any of your specials. If target hero is Jestro, he gains 100% pep and heals himself for 15% of his max health. So he basically goes again, and so I guess basically he doesn't get the 300% pep, doesn't get attack up, and doesn't get the disarm. But he does get to go instantly again, and he heals himself. If selected hero has more than 60% health, the decreased cooldown of Jestro's Avatar of Monstrox by 2. Which is also kind of nice when it has more than. I thought at first it was less than. More than is probably be a lot easier to do with some of these teams. Jester rules. Well, on to passives now. If foe gains damage immunity, there is a 60% chance to activate all stacks of Time Bomb on that foe. Whenever foe uses heal, inflict them with stun for 1 turn. So whenever a foe heals, they just get stunned. They miss the next turn. Passive number 2, Jokes Are On You. Starts the battle with 1 stack of Last Joke, which sounds like it's going to be a new yellow buff. It could be another regular buff, but I'm going to assume it's probably yellow buff. At the end of Jestro's turn, if he has 1 stack of Last Joke, inflict Time Bomb on a random foe for 3 turns. So, like in your first turn, you can give somebody Time Bombs. Whenever Jestro has a stack of Last Joke and would have died from an attack, defeat another random hero, which I believe that means it's on your team. If Jestro is the last hero on the team, defeat random foe. So if you attack him last and he has Last Joke and he would have died, one of your teammates straight up dies. Though I don't know how this interacts with Hardy. Hardy might save them, or maybe enchantment, I don't know. Clears 1 stack of Last Joke. Avatar of Monstrox. Removes 80% pep from all foes. Clears all debuffs from all foes. Heals all heroes for 5% of Jestro's max health, plus 5% bonus heal for each debuff cleared. If Jestro has a stack of Last Joke, deals 200% damage to all foes. If Jestro does not have any stacks of Last Joke, deals 50% damage to all foes, and there is a 75% chance to gain 1 stack of Last Joke. If Ruiner is active hero, she assists with Burst of Lightning. If Willa is active hero, she assists with Curse, which I believe is both of their AoE kind of attacks. Now we move on to the set. Halloween Cat and Mouse. The spookiest thing about this set is that the cat and mouse are friends. Honestly, this set's kind of cute. Would want to pick to add in, but like, I looked it up. I can't say no to it. Also, it's like $71 on eBay right now. Kind of crazy. Whenever the foe is inflicted with fear and deals damage to Spooky Hero, there is a 35% chance to inflict Brick on attacking foe. At the start of battle, Spooky Army heroes gain 5% speed and 10% health, so they get stronger. No pirate costumes. The first one was Black Cat. No pirate costumes. At the start of battle, pirate foes have 65% chance to be inflicted with Debilitate. All other foes have 40% chance instead. At the start of the battle, each hero has a 100% chance to gain defense up 2 for 2 turns. Each Fright Night hero, so the tag in general, at least the way it sounds like it's worded to me, has a 75% chance to gain attack up 2 for 1 turn. So we're getting more buffs for the different spooky characters, Fright Night, all that kind of stuff. Oh, I mean, I guess to be fair, that first part there is for each hero, not just Spooky. So it does benefit some other heroes as well, but most of this stuff is really working with some of the different Spooky tags. Spooky Legions. At the start of battle, castle heroes gain 5% speed and 15% defense. Spooky heroes gain 10% attack. Whenever Spooky Army hero takes damage, there's a 35% chance that hero will gain Hardy. Halloween heroes. Whenever Basil the Batlord is defeated, there is a 25% chance to inflict heal immunity on each foe for 2 turns, plus 10% bonus chance for each debuff on that foe, which if you're using some of these newer things, there's probably going to be a bunch of debuffs on them, so pretty good chance. Whenever Willa the Witch is defeated, there's a 55% chance to inflict attack down 2, speed down 2, and hero passive block on each foe for 2 turns, plus 30% bonus chance if Basil the Batlord is an active hero. Haunted Healing. Whenever a spooky hero deals damage to a foe, they have a 55% chance to gain 3 stacks of heal over time for 2 turns. Whenever Fright Night, so I guess the fig itself, deals damage to a foe, he does 15% bonus damage for each positive status effect that the foe has up to a maximum of 75%. So 5 times. So I guess if they have 5 positive effects, he does an extra 75% damage anytime he does damage. Then we have Cheers, Jeers, and Fears. Ability number 6, I want to point out. Whenever a spooky hero defeats a foe with fear, they heal for 15% of their max health and gain damage immunity for 1 turn. Fright Night hero, so the tag itself, also gain max health up 2 for 2 turns. Whenever Last Joke token is cleared, Jestro heals for 50% of his max health and gains Hardy. So there's lots of stuff in here for Fright Night, though luckily you can get another chance to get them, cause events being updated is Alumni Days. Called it. And yeah, I guess that's really it for the stuff for this update. That's the end of the PDF I have. Like I said, I will go through and update some stuff with tags probably on Discord if I do actually wind up receiving them. But yeah, that's what it looks like we're getting. Also, I would assume based off the order of this, like, he's going to be first. Maybe the set, then him, the set, or Ruiner, and then vice versa, and then probably Jestro at the end. Granted, Jestro is also a 2-star unlock, so you need, what was that, 35 tiles to get him? Oh, sorry, 30 tiles? Yeah, 30 tiles. can you buy him from the store and just get him instantly that way? He's going to be, I think, a pretty strong one. I honestly think this meta is going to be exceptionally oppressive, because you have stuff in here for things such as Willa and Basil, some more stuff in here for Friday Night, plus another chance to get Friday Night for those who did not last time. I will be 6 tiles off for the end of the inbox rewards, which is also why I called it. I thought this was maybe the update, the event getting updated, because all the tiles were for that one, which some people might not have been able to get through. But now you hopefully have the tiles to speed up your progress through that later part of the event to get to the new Halloween stuff. And some of the stuff's kind of cheap to get, so you probably will be able to get some of the stuff fairly easily. But I kind of like some of the stuff. Some of the kits seem like it might be kind of fun. It's interesting having some trade-offs there in Jestro. But like, I imagine you're going to have a bunch of wells stick him on the team, so that when you kill him, assuming it's hard to kill him last, which I think it's probably going to be with the stuff you put him on the team with. Maybe it won't be. I have to see how that actually plays out with the team comps there, because none of these things really come with tank stuff. So I guess you could go ahead and try to kill him if you're running just the 3 new figs. So you go ahead and kill him early, which will kill another fig, which, I mean, hey, still kind of works out. Though if you have the set, he's going to heal and get hardy, and probably pop his ult pretty soon too. But go ahead and try to clear that, and then kill him. It might work out, though I could see how people will probably set up the team. It's going to be hard to get through to him till he's the last fig. You're going to kill him, then one of your figs is going to die, and you're going to have a revive ready to bring him back, and then maybe try to heal them up before finishing the fight against Jestro, who might be able to gain another stack of Last Laugh if he can use his ult again. Good chance he can get another one, 75% chance, pretty good, before ending the fight, because otherwise that's going to basically be a guaranteed 7 points instead of 10 points. So tournaments is not going to be fun. Even more so, I mean, Alan's already kind of not fun for that, because like you kill him and he does 30% damage to all of your heroes or something along those lines when you kill him with that explosion, which is just kind of like, if he's the last fig, could he not do that? So I don't take that damage before moving on. But unfortunately he does, so I feel like this is going to be a little bit worse for that. He might not be that strong on AI control. I don't know. I mean, he probably maybe uses basic that much. I could probably solve for one of his abilities. It's like most other AI. He's not going to be maybe smart about that, so that might not be too good there. But this basic will mess up lots of teams. The passive, anytime you heal a hero, they get stunned. Just going to be giving people random time bombs. Like, honestly, this is going to be very tough, though. If you haven't invested in collectibles, this is probably a good time to go ahead and skip the collectibles, because this is going to be very strong. Also, one more look through of his kit for anybody wondering. First ability, Special 1, Special 2, Passive 1, Passive 2, and then you have the ultimate down here. I think this is going to be exceptionally oppressive, but he sounds kind of cool. Also, I heard some people saying something about the new team had said no new ultimates, and I guess that was wrong, because they added in a new ultimate here. So there's a chance we might see other ultimates in the future. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to seeing what all of this stuff is going to look like. The animations for Jestro sound like they could be really cool. Avatar Monstrux sound cool. Of course, you have like the 2 passive. Jokes on You might be kind of fun. Disservice could be interesting. Book of Monsters sounds kind of probably like the coolest to me besides Avatar Monstrux. Other people's abilities sound like they might be kind of cool to see what they look like. I mean, I guess maybe a little bit less so for Monster Butler, but he sounds a little bit more straightforward. Also, he has like 1 special. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Jestro is going to kind of ruin the game, ruin the meta? You looking forward to fighting him? Do you think there's going to be any good counters to him? Do you see anything right now that would be a counter to them? I mean, maybe Ninjago, some stealth stuff. They don't do as much stuff with I mean, I guess there's a little bit of damage immunity stuff going on in there, but like, this feels very much to me targeted at the newer collectibles teams. Plus, there's a little bit of stuff in there to hurt some of the classic space stuff, especially with Jestro. I mean, gosh, anytime anybody heals, which will be any of Andreas's basic and his like space ambulance, I guess. I'm not really sure what that vehicle is supposed to be. And then when Alan does his healing move, the ults from Santa is going to hurt him. I guess it's not going to heal if you heal from Magisto's passive, because he's not actually using a healing move. But there's like lots of stuff here. Also, I mean, I'm very curious to see what a mirror match with these things are going to look like. If they stun everybody anytime somebody heals, but Jestro's going to be doing a bunch of healing. That might be very interesting. But it looks like these things might be a little bit easy to get. Hoping I can get Jestro unlocked this run, because I actually like Nexo Knights. So like, I'm kind of excited to use him. And I think it might be a little bit less busted than my initial reading of it was, though I feel like in the right hands of a good player, any of the drawbacks from that's going to be kind of negated. And like, you clear all debuffs from a foe, but you might want to be attacking a foe that has like 6+ debuffs, so you do like 600% damage, 605% because it is 5% basic. Like, that's going to be honestly very strong. So yeah, there's lots of stuff here. Also, this set here is going to be kind of good for Spooky Army. I mean, I'm hoping I can get it. I mean, I'm not going to get to 5 stars, of course, but I'd like to actually get it and level it up so I can mess around with this and Spooky Army, because this seems to be like the new spooky go-to set. Kind of nice. They kind of needed it. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are about this Halloween update. You excited? You not excited? Think it's going to be too power crept? You curious to see what the next chill update for Christmas is going to be power crept wise? And last time it was Santa, how's it going to get worse? But yeah, I guess that's really it. One more little look-see over here for the set if anybody wants to see it. Because I know I didn't upload it all at once. The first 3 abilities here. And the next 3 abilities here. And just a gentle reminder, once again, it is Alumni Days getting updated, not Malicious Malice. So, gonna be kind of interesting, although I will admit I kind of wanted that event to run again, so I can go ahead and finish unlocking the other stuff. But, yeah, this new stuff is going to be, I think, pretty impressive, at least to the stuff that's more meta now. Ninjago might could do. I think it's gonna be strong enough to hurt Ninjago, but Ninjago could kind of compete because they don't rely on as much of some of this stuff. Maybe the pirates, because I forgot what they can even do. The new castle stuff, possibly. I mean, you're getting stacks of courage. I mean, it's just some stuff if you taunt, but like, it's not going to be, I guess, as bad there, so there might be some reasons to break out some other teams that might actually be good for that reason, but I will admit, looking over this stuff, it seems exceptionally powerful. So, till next time, this is Tor Ripley signing off. Goodbye and have a wonderful day, and let me know what you think in the comments below over on my Discord, which should be linked in the description below. And stay tuned for there for whenever I get whatever the tags are. If I do get them, hopefully I'll get them, so I can update what some of these fakes are going to be. Some of them, I'm curious if we might get some King's Court thrown in. Are we going to get some Techie? Honestly, not sure. So until next time, Tor Ripley signing off. Goodbye and one for day. Bye-bye.